Ah! Yo, we found I Was a Fool in Love. It was looking so bleak. I genuinely did not see this coming. Let's start by doing a little compare and contrast between Back to Bed and this song's Solves. Back to Bed was found 2 months after the release of my video. I Was a Fool in Love was found 5 months after the release of my video. But hey, I'm not going to complain, because there are people in the lostwave community who had to wait literal years for certain songs to be solved. With Back to Bed, I somehow accurately predicted the year that it was released. I don't know how. And the fact that it was on YouTube. I didn't make any direct predictions for I Was a Fool in Love, since the year was so vague. And I didn't think it was on YouTube, which it wasn't. But I did make the claim that I thought that if the song was just a little more popular, it could be easily solvable. And if you hadn't heard, we found this lead from a spreadsheet of bands from the Dirt Club, which played on WFMU. After the lead was found, I asked, why hadn't we used this spreadsheet sooner? And without disclosing anything, some people replied that they just simply hadn't gotten around to it yet because they were focusing on other songs. Of course, I'm not going to point fingers and say, oh, this could have been solved so much earlier. That's immature. But, I mean, once the song got just a little bit more focus, hey, this incredible lead was just found, and then like 5 days later, the song's solved. The last comparison I want to make is just between my reactions to both solves of Back to Bed and I Was a Fool. It's strange. Even though on a ranking I may place my enjoyment of I Was a Fool above Back to Bed, I had a much more subdued reaction to this one being solved. But I do think I figured out why, and that's just simply the difference in environment. In 2024, nearly every main channel popular lost song was being solved, almost weeks apart. And here I was, with an unfinished snippet, just hoping every day, I hope this one's solved next, I hope it's solved next. So you can imagine the stronger reaction I had to it actually being solved. Now, in comparison, I'm not going to call 2025 like a bad year for solves, because just look at June. But the main solves, which were most of the lost wave I was following in 2024, have significantly died down. So when I made my We Gotta Find I Was a Fool in Love video, I wasn't saying, oh my god, I've been thinking about this every day, I need this to be solved right now. I was saying, this one's pretty overdue, isn't it? Now, I would love to continue the casual tone this video's had thus far, but I think I should take a small moment to address something. The lead that was found for I Was a Fool in Love was shared fairly early on, and in turn, some users thought, I'm gonna email the people involved so we can get a solve. But then when everybody does that at the same time, you spam someone's email. And in this case, people spammed a widow's email, since the original owner of the account had passed away. And not only that, but the email that was spammed turned out to just be someone with the same name, not an actual band member. So the already unwarranted harassment became twice as unwarranted. Here's a message I want to get out to anyone in the Lost Wave community watching this who contacts leads. Always consult to make sure that someone else didn't already email, and never just share a person's email to like Reddit, be like, oh, I found this awesome lead. If you happen to be watching and you're one of the people who spam that poor widow, here's what I recommend. Step away from the community, because it's pretty clear if you spam email someone, you care more about solve credit than you do respectfully handling the situation. It was very frustrating, but ultimately I believe we've all moved past that. So what is there left to say? Well, in good news, the band has emailed someone one of their tapes, or I believe they converted it to a disc and they're emailing it, and they're mailing it physically to someone in the Fond My Mind Discord server, and they can rip the songs, and we'll get to hear the full version, maybe even a higher quality of I Was a Fool in Love, which is great. And yeah, I believe that's it. So I'll see y'all next time. You thought that was it? You thought I wasn't going to rub it in all your faces that, hey, I'm out, wasn't solved before I Was a Fool in Love Woo! I don't have to eat a disco ball. I don't even have to go to the disco. I don't know where I would have gone anyway. I don't have to eat anything. Maybe a clown. That's it. Admittedly, it's kind of sad actually that Hey I'm Out for this long has had like 0 leads and 0 search efforts. But I understand it's pretty similar to EKT. We had literally nothing, but EKT had a much more dedicated search team. In truth, I Was a Fool in Love was the last Lost Wave I really wanted found. And of course, I don't mean I don't want any more solves. Please give as many more solves as you can. I'm just saying, me personally, I feel satisfied. I feel like CIA is also overdue, but it's just not a song I particularly have any interest in. Same with Somewhere in the Night. I suppose, really, what I'm most curious about is just where Hey I'm Out comes from. So, I'm not going to make anyone watching this promise anything. But if you are watching this, here's what I want to see. If you can at least increase the search efforts for Hey I'm Out, that would be lovely. Because it's one of the first Lost Waves I can recall listening to. And hey, since the odds of it being found are so unlikely, I'll also make another deal. How about, regardless of when it's found, before or after another song, I still eat the disco ball if it's found in any capacity? Because let's be honest, it's looking bleak. But I said the same thing about I Was a Fool in Love, and look where we are now. So let me just give some quick thank yous. Thank you, Rocket Ball Boy, Murphy, Basket Tree, and Jerry Eckhoff. I still plan on doing that I Was a Fool in Love AU. I'll see y'all in the next vid. Bye-bye.